What's up guys, Matt here with Flight Sim Guides. In this video, we're going to look at which sim you should spend your hundreds of dollars on in 2025 and in 2026. We're going to pit Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 against X-Plane and X-Plane 11 and Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We're going to look at the pros and cons when we're done. Not only are you going to be pissed off, but you're going to know exactly which flight simulator software that you need to walk away with, okay? You're going to know exactly what to do. Let's start with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, okay? The pros and the cons. The pros, first of all, the best that you're going to get photogrammetry is going to be Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 right now. You can fly anywhere. You got the immersion, the incredible landmarks, the real-world visuals in many areas. They've got all this stuff dialed in so good, okay? There's massive third-party ecosystems built into this for the airliners, for the general aviation, the airports, the liveries, the tools, everything that you want, okay? Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 it's there, okay? There's a strong community for mods and tutorials. It's great for cinematic VFR content. If you want to use that for YouTube videos like this, it's just fantastic, okay? Let's look at the cons. Underlying engine, the terrain and tech is older than Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024's new ground details, their textures, the tiny rocks, the vegetation, okay? You're going to get a little bit better with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. We're going to get into that in just a second, okay? The flight model and the system's depth for some default aircraft feel less refined than X-Plane's aerodynamic modeling, okay? We're comparing all of these, and over time, there's some core SDK changes and updates they're kind of messy. The add-on compatibility can be hit or miss depending on dev support, okay? Now let's look at Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, okay? The pros, massive visual upgrades. If you guys have been waiting for this and you guys wanted to see all the cool new things that you could get out of this, you're getting that out of 2024, okay? 4,000 times detail increase for ground surfaces, improved vegetation, new cloud types, new lighting, visibly more tactile world with the dirt, the tire marks, the small stones, the grass, all of that. It's in there. They put a lot of detail work into this, okay? Improved weather and atmospherics and more believable ground interactions, okay, for taxiing, that landing feel. If you want to feel like you're there at the airport, you want to feel like you're flying, this is the way to go, okay? Continues to leverage Microsoft and Asobo's ecosystem. You're going to get major content, DLCs, expansions, Game Pass. It's coming to the consoles. It's already on Xbox. You're going to have it on PlayStation 5 here in the next month. Cons. They had a fairly rocky launch. It was all right, but I think the diehards out there are like, yeah, who cares? I've been waiting for this. I wanted it so bad, and I love it. There were some major server overloads when it first started, causing a lot of other issues. Long loads, missing content, crashes. The stuff is all fixed, but it had that cyberpunk perception going on, all right? So, big improvements mean higher expectations. Some legacy add-ons and community aircraft took time to catch up. Which one should you buy? Stick around. I'm going to tell you here in just a few moments. Did you know that I actually created a program called the Quick Build Blueprint for your home flight simulator? It's going to show you guys real quick, give you guys the basics of how to design your own home flight simulator, get avionics, which flight controls to get. We're going to walk you through every step, exactly how to build your home flight simulator, VR or not VR, PC or Mac, all that good stuff, Microsoft Flight Simulator or X-Plane. Basically, we've curated all of the best videos so that you guys can learn how to create your own home flight simulator. Links down in the description. Go grab yourself a copy. All right, my favorite. Let's go back and check out X-Plane 11. Look at the pros and cons for X-Plane, okay? I've always loved X-Plane 11. That's where I've spent the majority of my time during my flight sim kind of adventure here on YouTube. And the pros for this one, it's lightweight, it's mature, it runs well on lower spec systems compared to the newest Microsoft Flight Simulator installs, okay? It's got a huge library of free and paid community aircraft and airports. Many tried and true mods. You guys can't go wrong with this. It's stable. The aircraft is stable. The software is stable. Well understood flight model for many general aviation airliner add-ons. Though X-Plane 12 really does improve a lot of this, in my opinion. The flight model's a little bit janky in my opinion, but a lot of people say that it's great, so what do I know? Alright, it's good for users who want to customize heavily and avoid forced big updates. Okay, you can just run what you got and be happy with it. Alright, let's look at the cons. Again, we're still on X-Plane 11. No longer is this software actively developed. It is at the end of its life. It's done. Okay, they are not creating more for this. In fact, everybody's moved on. They're developing for X-Plane 12. Right? Buying in 2025 or later means missed ongoing engine physics improvements. They're not going to be there. They're going to be in X-Plane 12. The visuals and weather are dated relative to Microsoft Flight Simulator and X-Plane 12 without heavy mods. Me personally, I still like X-Plane 11. I'm happy to use those mods just to get a little bit of the weather out. It's not that bad in my opinion, but it's not that horrible. But you are going to get improvements when you step up to X-Plane 12. Okay, X-Plane 12. Let's look at this. The pros, and this is where things are going to really come together. As with X-Plane 12, let's look at the pros and cons. First, the pros: advanced flight dynamics and aerodynamic fidelity. Many sim pilots say that X-Plane 12's flight model feels more correct for performance flying and systems. It probably is. I think it drives me nuts, but it probably is more real to life. So you do have to treat it as if it is a real aircraft flying around. There's an improved weather model. The water models are changed. They're updated. Night lighting, strong performance tuning, and realistic systems modeling. All of this has been updated. Better default airports, lighting, and some gameplay usability features that X-Plane 11 lacked. Let's look at the cons of X-Plane 12. So the scenery and the world rendering, the photogrammetry, the global satellite fidelity, it's just not as immersive as Microsoft's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024 in many regions. Okay, it's not there. Microsoft still has that, and they always have. Smaller mainstream storefront exposure compared to Microsoft Flight Simulator. No Xbox and Game Pass presence, so fewer impulse buyers there. Not a huge deal. Most people that get X-Plane know what they're getting into. They're going to be getting that, directly, putting it right on their PC. So basically, Microsoft Flight Simulator 24 is going to look the best. It's less realistic for pilot-grade aerodynamics than X-Plane is. I'm going to rage bait everybody by saying this, but it is true. Microsoft 2024 and 2020 are going to look better than X-Plane. They just are, okay? If you care more about world immersion than flying accurately, Microsoft Flight Simulator wins. If you care about real aerodynamics and systems, X-Plane wins. Okay? Let me say that one more time for those of you guys who bailed on me and aren't listening. If you care more about world immersion than flying accurately, Microsoft Flight Simulator is your go-to. Okay? Get that. If you care about real aerodynamics and systems and actually feeling like you're in an airplane and you can do instruments, then X-Plane wins. It's always been this way. So if you want realism, go with X-Plane. If you want, and it doesn't matter if you get X-Plane 11 or 12, if you want it to look good and you want it to look fancy and you want that immersion, you want to fly helicopters around and see everything around you, probably just get Microsoft Flight Simulator, okay? I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey, if you haven't already done so, head over to EliteSimBuild.com, grab a copy of our Home Flight Simulator resource guide, do that thing where you click the button, give us your email address, and we will send you a copy of our simulator guides where you can get the resource list, the avionics reviews, a panel blueprint, so that way you guys can send that off to your panel guy, get all the parts and pieces that you need. You'll know exactly what software to pick up so you can get your Cessna 172 flight simulator built today.